What's up, guys? Crypto Savvy here. Hope everybody's having a fabulous Friday. We're going to talk about what might be next for Bitcoin and what's going on and where we might be headed. I also want to thank everybody that showed up to the event yesterday, the Max Kaiser, Peter McCormick, Crypto Zombie, and myself were there also. There's a live video of it if you want to check it. I did it yesterday, so check it in the videos if you want to see how it was. But it was a great time. It was awesome meeting you guys. I just wanted to thank everybody for showing up. Before we get into the video, I want to remind you guys, there's a free Discord group in the description below the video. Definitely check it out. It's an awesome community, guys. If you love crypto, you'll love the community. There's also some exchange links down there that really help support the channel out. If you guys are dabbling in leverage trading or whatnot, there is a Prime XBT link down there. They also have a phone app, which makes it easy access trading. There's there's a few different exchanges. There's KRAKEN, there's Bybit. But if you use the links, it really helps the channel out. You don't have to use my links. But anyways, other than that, let's get into the video, see what's going on. All right, guys, as always, I want to start out by saying I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is my opinion and my view of the market only. Anybody that's doing any trading or investing in this market, I suggest you do your own due diligence and your own research, as this market is extremely volatile and risky. Also, keep in mind, it's still a speculative market. Don't put in more than you're willing to lose. And with that being said, if you're new here or you haven't already, definitely hit the subscribe button in the lower right-hand side of the screen. That'll get you subscribed to the channel. Tick the notification bell to get you notified when I post new videos. Guys, take a second out, smash the likes, really helps me out. Also, leave a comment, let me know what you think. Let's take a look at what's going on here with Bitcoin. This is Bitcoin on the weekly. As you guys know, this is the cycle I believe we're in, and I believe we're in part 2 of this cycle. I do want to point out that the main area I'm watching is this 55 EMA on the weekly, which is holding as support. If that does break, I think we could go down quite a bit lower, and I'll show you my targets here in a minute. I also want to remind you guys, my wife's webpage, anchorimage.com, she has all kinds of crypto swag, crypto gear on there. There's coffee cups, koozies, shirts, the signs, hats. Definitely check it out. If you guys have any other ideas that you want on the stuff, she can put that on there too. So it's not just what you see here. It's pretty much anything you want. Let her know and she can put it out for you. That's one way to help the channel out. And I appreciate all the support we've been getting. All right. Looking at Bitcoin, we'll go to the daily first. Go to the price action first and look at what's going on there. We'll take a look at, like I said, if that 55 EMA on the weekly breaks, we'll have some lower targets. I'm going to show you the worst case bear scenario here first. And that would be a measured move of this whole thing. If it was a descending triangle. Move this. I don't know how that got moved. But the worst case scenario would be down in this range, which would be $4,600 range. I don't believe that's going to happen, but keep in mind that it could. Also, the other measured move, the more likely, if we were to break down below the 77, is the $6,300 range, which would be right down here. Like I said, guys, I'm more bullish here than bearish. I mean, in the medium and long term. Although we could have a little bit more downward movement, and I'll show you that here in a minute. But if we can get back above this 9,300 and break the top of this flag here, then my next target would be 13.8, 13.9, somewhere in there, right around the other yearly all-time high. So let's go into the RSI and see what that's telling us in the daily. You can see I had the falling wedge drawn here. We popped out of it. Came back down to test it for support. We're getting support, but keep in mind this is the daily. So we could drop down a little more, and if we zoom in, we have more room to drop anyways. But keep in mind on the daily, we can drop back all the way down here, and as long as we pop back up here by close, we're still safe, and this could hold us as support. Now let's look at the 4 hour, and we'll start with the RSI and the 4 hour. So looking at what I had here, this descending triangle, I kept this old resistance line in here, which I believe will become support. If we drop all the way down here, we'll take a look at them targets. But as you've seen on the daily, we could drop a little bit more. And I have this red line across right here, this red trend line. You can see it was support, resistance, resistance, support, support. But that's a very important line. I do believe this might be where we're headed down to touch before we continue up higher. And we'll look at that in the price action, and I'll show you what areas I'm watching. I have no idea what happened to my, oh, there it is. All right. So let's take a look at, we took a look at the bearish case scenario, and this is the 77 area, 7,700, which I believe has to hold. Now, what we've been watching here is this triangle, which we broke out of here. And we were watching this bull flag for a breakout, and the measured move is just right here. We hit that last night live. Not live. We were, what? Never mind. I was thinking of something else. But anyways, we could come back down here. Watch for the around the 8240, 8250 area. If we break that back down in this triangle, we're most likely headed back down to the 7800 range. But this is, I think this is going to hold like I showed you in the RSI. I think this red trend line and that match up pretty well. So as long as that holds, I think we're going to get a nice bounce, and we may continue up a little bit from here. But if the 8250 doesn't hold, I'd be looking to come back down and retest the bottom of this triangle. So keep that in mind. And then if this breaks, then we're looking at the lower targets. But guys, if we get support here on this 8250 range and continue up, that this target remains around the 9300, which is the measured move. Actually, I changed this triangle a little bit, guys. I think I had it drawn off a little bit. So the new measured move, the breakout of here is going to be right around the $9,200 range. Get rid of the old one. But I still believe this 9,300 from this breakdown here is going to be our resistance. And our main resistance is going to be right here, you know, around the 97 to, depending on where we hit it, it'd be around the 96 to 9,800, depending on where we hit this trend line. If that breaks, guys, I believe it's going to be an awesome rest of the year. So, but like I said, if we do get support here around the 8240, 8250 range, my target is still the $9,200 range. So, and if we were to break down, we would do a measured move of here. And actually, this is going to move up a little bit. The measured move of that would be around the $7,000 range. I know there's people calling for, you know, the 75, 74, but I believe if we break down below 77, we're headed down most likely to the 7,000, 6,300 range. This is my more, I believe this would be more likely be the target if we broke down past 77. In my opinion, I believe 77 is going to hold, like I said, the 55 weekly EMA. That's where I'm at with Bitcoin. Let's look at Litecoin. Looking at Litecoin as a big falling wedge on the daily. If we measured a move off the falling wedge to where we could possibly break out, and again, this target can change depending on where we would break out of here, but that'd be around the $120 range, and I think we would move up there pretty quickly if we break out of this wedge. Let's look at the RSI. If we look at the RSI, we had a rising channel, falling channel, and I have this trend line down here, and this has been acting as support, which is looking like a wedge here. And the breakout of this wedge would most likely coincide with the breakout of the top of this falling channel or wedge, whichever way you want to look at it, would be up in this range. So if that breaks, it's going to be really bullish, guys. Let's go to the 4 hour. 4 hour, you can see I have a measured move here. All the way down to here, which would be around the 17 on the RSI, which is the measured move just on the RSI there. But let's look at the price action and see what's going on here. All right, so here's my targets for, let's look at the bearish targets first. And the worst case scenario bearish target would be the measured move measuring this as a flagpole, and that's the breakdown from here. We get rid of the RSI so I can zoom in a little bit. And if we brought that down to, say we broke down right in here around the 54.40 range, the measured move off that would be the $33 range. But that would be breaking out of this wedge here, guys. So I don't think it's likely we go that low, but keep in mind, it is possible. I'm not telling anybody where to trade, where to enter, where to exit. I do share my trades in the Discord group if you're interested when I do trade. But I want to look at this too. There's a rising wedge in here, and the measured move of where we fell out of that would break us out of this channel. That would be around the 52.85 range. But I'm looking for support here at the 54.50, somewhere in there. If that breaks, guys, we would be looking at around $4,800 Bitcoin, 47, 48, which would be the bottom of this wedge. And if that breaks, then we look at the lower target. But as of right now, this is a no trade zone if you're trading Litecoin. I don't trade Litecoin. I do trade Bitcoin. But a measured move of the break up out of this would be around the $67 range, $67, $68 range. And then we would probably come back down, test this for support, and continue up to our higher targets. That's where I'm at today, guys. Sorry this video is kind of short. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, and I have to get to work. So appreciate you guys stopping by. I appreciate all the support in the community. Don't forget to smash the likes. Leave your comments. Let me know what you think of the video, and I will see you guys possibly in a live stream tonight. If not, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Thanks for all the support, guys. Take it easy.